Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keandre for those who don't already know me, and welcome back to the mob. And today's topic is lying. Way too many of our brothers and sisters are suffering extreme consequences just from simply not telling the truth.
23-year-old rapper from Brazil has passed away after falling from a hotel's fifth-floor balcony. According to testimonies, the artist was reportedly attempting to avoid his wife so she wouldn't catch him having a threesome with another woman and his girlfriend.
And today we're going to be taking a look at some of the effects of this. So let's get to it, shall we? Oh, shit.
I'm prepared to hear this.
Yeah, I got this crown on my head and it sit well. I'm running shit in these J's and they fit well. You know niggas really go for me.
Now this is one of those things that I could go on and on about because I used to be a compulsive liar. But to put some level of a time limit on this video, I'm just gonna give y'all 3 huge reasons why lying is bad and you shouldn't do it. Reason number 1 is gonna be the most obvious. Lying ruins your reputation. When somebody meets you for the first time, the only thing they have to count on concerning you is your word. And if you're an honest person, people around you who already know you will be able to vouch for you and be like, yeah, he's trustworthy. Whereas if you're dishonest, people who don't even know you, haven't spoken to you before, might not have even seen your face before, will speak of and view you as an untrustworthy person. And that's a price you're gonna have to pay that grows over the years. You'll be needing favors from people, but because you have a reputation for being sketchy, nobody will mess with you. And that also weeds out a lot of the women you'll be able to attract, because women don't usually go for men who lie. That's the reason why in all the drama movies, you always see the psycho compulsive liar / killer / rapist moving on to a new city, because his reputation in the last city speaks for itself. But let's move on to number 2. Lying emotionally damages people. How many times have we seen this on Jerry Springer, Maury, Divorce Court? Somebody's feelings getting hurt because they were lied to. I've seen so many women going off on men like, you said you didn't have any kids. And not only did you have a kid, but you had a kid plus 14 others. But let's break it down. Let's say you meet somebody out in public or on a dating site or whatever, and you think they look good and they're telling you everything you want to hear. They're being sweet, they're opening doors for you, paying for stuff, doing everything that you would expect out of a man, at least in the dating stage. And you start to fall for this person. You start to become emotionally invested. And right when you think y'all are finna ride off into the sunset and have a family of y'all own, you find this out. Wouldn't you be upset that he has a whole daycare full of children that if you want to stay with him, you now have to help him take care of? You wouldn't be upset about that? Men do it all the time. Or let's say you're already in a relationship and you're going over your sexual history with this person, because 9 times out of 10, if you're with somebody and you're serious about them, you're gonna want to know who they slept with, just so you don't look stupid. You could be standing in the same room with this person that your partner done slept with, and they're snickering at you along with a crowd of other people, and you don't even know it, because you don't know your partner slept with that person. And 9 times out of 10, the person who your partner slept with, if you don't know about it, that makes it even more hilarious to them. So to avoid this kind of humiliation, people usually go over their sexual history with one another if they're serious about their relationship together. And you ask this person, did you sleep with this person? Because, you just got done telling them, hey, we dated. So the other person asks, did you sleep with him? And if you know you slept with them, but you tell them you didn't, later on down the line, they're going to find out. They're going to find out one way or another. The Most High has a way of uncovering lies in the world. It's bad enough you're already going to have to answer for the lies when you die. God has a way of shining light on things that are done in the dark. And when it catches up with you, you don't know what that other person gonna do. They might kill you. They might kill themselves. You never know. I mean, that's just the worst case scenario, so I just had to jump straight to that because that is a possibility. But even if something not as bad happens, you still shattered somebody's emotional state. You still broke their heart. And they're gonna have to, 9 times out of 10, spend months, if not years, trying to get past that, trying to build their self-esteem back up so they can trust somebody else who actually deserves it. Once again, it's a huge price to pay for everyone involved. But on to the last one. The third and final reason why lying is bad is because lies never end. How many times have you found yourself in a situation where you lied, then you lied again to make that lie make sense, and so on and so forth? 5 or 6 lies later, now you're thinking to yourself, damn, this is a lot of work. Well, it's set up that way on purpose, because even though you might not like the end result of telling the truth, it's still a lot easier than trying to keep a lie going. Then, as you keep lying and lying and lying, it'll start to eat away at your conscience, and that'll keep you from getting sleep. And whoever you're lying to will 9 times out of 10 be able to sense that you're lying to them by this point, whether they say it or not. So what's the point? Some people are so caught up into the act of lying that they'll be caught red-handed in a lie, and they'll still try and lie themselves out of the situation. At this point, you can pretty much call it a sickness, and before you know it, you will have lied so often that you'll look up and you'll see your entire life is made of lies. And if those lies were to be uncovered, your whole life would be in shambles. Now, when you say it out loud, it kind of makes you think to yourself, who would want to live this way? But you would be surprised at how many people are out there living this way constantly right now. And I'm talking about full-grown adults, not children. I'm talking about people who's 50 and up, living this way constantly, without a break. And speaking from the perspective of somebody who's lived that life before, it's very tiring. And that same energy could be way better spent doing so many other things. We only get one life. It would be wise for us not to waste it. Now that will be all for today's lesson. I hope I was able to reach somebody through this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if there's anything on your mind. Send not, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
I got this crown on my head.